Okay, my friend, you and I have gone over multius things of James Gunn.
Yeah, we have.
Including Release the Gun Cut. But I think it's finally time that you and I talk about some of his earlier masterpieces. The 2002 comedy mystery cult classic, Scooby-Doo. I know damn well you've heard of this, baby.
I have. I love this movie.
Absolutely. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is the real Reefer recap for it. Zoinks! 2 years after a clash of egos forced Mystery Inc. to close its doors, Scooby-Doo and his clever crime-solving cohorts, Fred, Daphne, Shaggy, and Velma, are individually summoned to Spooky Island to investigate a series of paranormal incidents at the ultra-hip spring break hotspot. Now, holy shit, I can't believe I did all that in a row. First of all, clever crime-solving cohorts. Oh, that
damn,
was hell
look
yeah,
at
dude.
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this movie is an absolute cult classic of a film, and I love it.
It is so good.
And
it holds up so well. Like for a 2002 live action, like that wasn't a real dog, you know. Scooby wasn't a real dog, you know. But to watch it today and still be able to watch it like all the way through and not get taken out by, you know, it's genuinely a timeless classic. Like it's so good.
Buddy, just so you know, this is not going to get monetized. This one is specifically not, because my favorite thing in the world, dude, is the cast talking about this movie as they were making it. Do you remember the meme of this? Because I'm going to curse during this, and we're going to add a clip to this.
Oh no, what is it?
Do you remember like them talking about, like the cast members talking about the movie, and it's like Lisa Cardellini, who plays Velma, and she was like, "Oh yeah, it's I've always been a fan of it as a kid, and this, that, and the other. It's so great to bring it to live action." And then Sarah Michelle Gellar is like, "It's so crazy what they're doing with animation and this, that, and the other. It's like it's the first project that we're actually doing this on." And then it goes cut to Freddie Prinze Jr. He goes, "You know, it's a talking dog."
Yeah.
Offered so much more than every other cartoon. It was so ahead of its time. It had a story. They worked hard to figure it out, and it wasn't gender specific. It wasn't a boys cartoon or a girls cartoon or any of those things.
It was a talking dog, you know what I mean?
So good, man.
It's so fucking beautiful. I love it so much. Like, it's so good. Because you were like, yeah, dude, we knew it wasn't a real dog. And I immediately just like, well, it's a talking dog. You know what I mean? How could you not love it? You know? It is one of the best live action movies of that era. And not to mention, it has some of the best memes that will still randomly occur. Like, do you remember Ultra Shaggy? And all those like random memes of on-set stuff of like, we've gone through 3 Velmas, they keep looking him in the eyes and they keep melting.
Yes.
You're like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
God, I forgot about that.
Scooby-Doo was a real animal. It was something that Shaggy created after sneezing. You know what I mean? It was some of the funniest things in the entire world. Like, we didn't have a Fred. Shaggy just snapped his fingers and then one appeared.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was just Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ultra Instinct Goku versus
Shaggy. Yeah, dude, it was beautiful.
A funny era.
It was a great time. This movie and this franchise has outstood so many beautiful franchises that like it'll stand the test of time. It's so popular that they wanted to put Shaggy in Mortal Kombat. Like,
insane.
The voting was through the roof, and they were just like, hey, they won't let us. I don't think you understand, guys. Your voting means the world, but we can't have Shaggy actually rip the spine out of someone.
Right.
Can't do it.
Although they did make Multiverses later and did reference the meme with Shaggy's like power up or whatever. So like
it's just like, okay, fair enough.
Get it.
I respect it.
Kind of.
Touche. It is a beautiful nuance of comedy, family, scare, and mystery, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time, the Mystery Inc. have found real monsters. Kidnapped, unsure what they're to do, they are taken over, body snatcher style. With Sugar Ray making a live appearance and doing the beautiful song Words to Me, my favorite song by them. La 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 la, she sings these words to me. Mark McGrath was the coolest man in the world at that moment. And at that scene, everybody in the world was like, oh my God, I wish Mark McGrath was singing to me. Yeah. And of course, Daphne got Sugar Ray to sing to her. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And all the wire stunts they did with the actual band, like, because they obviously, again, I watched the behind the scenes. The actual band Sugar Ray was like, no, we want to be the ones jumping on top of everything.
Of course.
And we were like, yeah, okay.
I would too.
Yeah, I'm down.
No, it's fucking awesome.
Beautiful.
It's such a unique era too, because like Sugar Ray they did the soundtrack for the film and then got to appear in the film as themselves. Like, as a kid, like Sugar Ray was so fucking... As a kid, Sugar Ray was so cool to me.
Yep.
It was on the same level as, like, Sugar Ray was a celebrity to me as a kid in the same way Vanilla Ice was, because he did, like, the Ninja Turtles soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like, it was the same level of that unique era of early 2000s movies. And, yeah, it was just perfect. Like, Sugar Ray was so good in this.
Also, not only did Sugar Ray do the soundtrack, they also got Outkast to do part of the soundtrack with an actual music video with Shaggy and Scooby.
Oh, wow.
With actual Matthew Lillard. It's beautiful. It's at the end of the VHS tape. It plays that music video.
Oh, I'll have to try to watch it.
It's because, like, they just played a bunch of their songs in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
They didn't do any of the soundtrack. They didn't do any of their own. They didn't do original stuff for the movie. However, Outkast did. They made a song specifically where they're rapping about Shaggy and Scooby and the Mystery Gang and stuff like that. It's perfect.
Insane.
It's beautiful. It's one of my. It's so great, ladies and gentlemen. It's beautiful with so many great references. Like Shaggy falls in love with a girl named MJ, aka Mary Jane. It's the most beautiful thing ever. It's just like the fact that Scooby got to go on the airplane. You know what I mean? It's just like his grandma. He's like, no one's dumb enough to believe this. And then Fred's like, who's the ugly old broad? You know what I mean? It's just like perfect. That's the same way Static Shock appearances, like, mask work.
Same way.
Yeah.
Hey man, they're in DC. It makes sense.
Warner Brothers.
They're literally in the universe.
It's that simple. It is absolutely beautiful. I love this movie with a terrible appearance of Scrappy-Doo. It's perfect. It's perfect, man. I absolutely love it. Ladies and gentlemen, don't walk, run. Call the homies. Get the Scooby snacks because Jinkies, we're getting the band back together for Scooby-Doo. This is Doug. This has been Ray and Reefer Recaps. We'll see you guys back for Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed.